At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too, because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.
Well, happy Tuesday morning to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. It is Coffee with Krueger every weekday morning, now starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. It is Tuesday, April 23rd. Lisa chimed in just even before we got going here, saying, beautiful morning, have a great day. And yes, as I'm looking outside, it is nice. Now we have a few clouds out there, and there are even a few showers that we've seen this morning along the coast, and even parts of the valley are seeing a few lightning strikes on top of that. So that's definitely something that is very interesting indeed. In fact, let's take you right to the radar. Now, this is a loop from the last, 18 hours or so. Yesterday, you may have noticed those towering cumulus clouds developing in the eastern mountains, kind of near Lassen Park, actually, over the Lassen itself. And you can see some of those lightning strikes that we did see just north of Chester yesterday afternoon. And if you look from earlier this morning, look off to the coast near Eureka. Well, it didn't really show. You can't see it, but we'll see that here in a second. And take a look at the bottom of your screen here. We're seeing some showers approaching from the south. So let's take a look at that. And there you can see the developing showers and those thunderstorms. Yes, there has been a lightning strike just to the south of Willows, west of Colusa. This activity, this disturbance is moving northward. So Willows, I think, will be in the path of some of that rain. Now, this is most likely, the atmosphere has been very dry, but there are most likely some showers that are associated with this as it moves northward. So Willows, Corning, it may weaken as it heads northward, but I mean, you can see some development between Chico and Willows at the current hour. Let's zoom it in here a little bit tighter. And again, you can see between Willows and Chico, we are seeing some of that activity here. You see that? Just northeast of Willows. This is all moving northward. So remember, we were talking about that slight chance for showers going into tomorrow morning, or this morning. It looks like that is holding true. All right, now I'm going to show you. See, when I mess around with the radar, that's a bummer. That's a total bummer. There we go. Now we're going to take you off into just north of Chester. So this is in the eastern mountains. These are the lightning strikes that we did see just north of Chester and east of Lassen Peak. A couple of lightning strikes there that quickly moved on out. Didn't last for very long. And check out this morning. Out towards Eureka, there were a few lightning strikes early this morning between the hours of 3 and 4 o'clock this morning. Some lightning strikes. And it all kind of developed, looks like around Ferndale, Fortuna, and then worked its way northward. Now, I do anticipate that once this moves out, which it pretty much has, it'll be dry the rest of the day for the north coast. So what's driving all of this? Well, you see that swirl of low pressure to our south and west. There's also a swirl of low pressure to our south and west, and another one to our north and west. There's some instability between the two, and we're seeing these disturbances kind of rotate around it. So let's take a look at our temperatures out there right now. It's cooling off a bit. Definitely a nice, cool walk this morning if you're out and about. And I have seen some people this morning going out, taking their dogs for walks or just going for a walk in general. A nice, cool morning for it. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s in the valley, in the 30s and 40s for the mountains. We are above freezing for most of the mountain locations, but cold in Alturas at 35, 37 in Chester, and low 40s right now in Trinity County. Here are your high temperatures from yesterday. Yeah, didn't quite reach that 90-degree mark. I was expecting maybe to see a few spots that could touch 90. Didn't happen. We saw mid to upper 80s in the valley, low 80s for Trinity County, and most of us in the mountains were in the 70s. But look at Bernie, 84. Look at Quincy, 84. 87 in Hoopa, and low 60s along the coast. So here's your neighborhood forecast at a glance. Look at that. You see the raindrops coming in from the valley. Now again, this is not going to be a big deal, but we are going to see the potential for a brief shower for the valley starting southward, working its way northward this morning. By the afternoon, I think it'll be pretty much gone. Now, speaking of the afternoon, I think it'll be dry for the mountains all morning long, but by the afternoon, showers and thunderstorms developing. North coast, you're dry today, minus, of course, those showers you saw this morning. Heading out to any of those cool April nights show and shines, well, Cubulus Furniture, Dudes, both starting at 11 o'clock, Dudes Drive-In. 11 o'clock this morning, and you can see temperatures in the mid-60s. So again, much cooler than it was. Now, if you see a stray shower, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock this afternoon, don't be surprised. But I wouldn't worry about it. Let's just put it that way. Make sure it's one of those days where just have the umbrella in your car. And if you get caught up in a stray shower, you're prepared. Riverview Country Club starts at 3 p.m. Most likely it'll be dry at that point. You don't have to really worry about showers. Players Pizza, Pete's Restaurant and Brew House between 5 and 9 p.m. should be dry. Parsons Junior High should be dry for your event, your fundraiser this evening. Riddick's Sports Club, you also have a show and shine at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And you can see those temperatures. I mean, we're only going to reach highs in the low to mid 70s this afternoon. So significantly, about a 10 to 15 degree drop from what we saw yesterday. So let's take a look at Futurecast. Here's 10 o'clock this morning. You see how to the north in Willows, we're seeing some of those showers. Then we take it around the noon hour. That works its way northward into Tehama County, Shasta County, near Redding, Old Shasta, right? Maybe a chance for a few showers. Now, this won't be the exact location, but what this is telling you is that that instability is there for us to see it in the valley through the morning. Now, as we go into the late morning hours, Chico southward, I think it'll pretty much have passed for you. But Corning northward around noon, maybe a chance for some stray showers. And we can't rule out a lightning strike. We've already seen one this morning in Willows, or near Willows, south of Willows, right? But look at the mountains. This is expected. Through the afternoon, we're seeing that those convective thunderstorms popping up and chance for showers and thunderstorms in the mountains. Could see some brief periods of heavy rainfall, maybe some small hail. 6 p.m., still seeing those showers out there. Now, by about 10 o'clock tonight, the rain is pretty much gone, even for the mountains. All right, let's take a look at what it looks like out there for today, getting you out the door. Of course, that slight chance for showers this morning in the valley. Otherwise, chances for showers and thunderstorms in the mountains, and significantly cooler than it was yesterday. A quick look at your 7-day outlook for each of your neighborhoods. Of course, starting off with the valley, there's that chance this morning, but by the afternoon should be mainly dry. And then, of course, the chance for more showers come Thursday, Friday. Yes, it looks like a pretty decent chance. Be sure to stick around a little bit later. We're going to be looking at a deeper dive forecast to give you an idea of what to expect. There, of course, we are seeing the chance for some thunderstorms in Weaverville. I think the coast, though, inland, you'll be dry today and tomorrow. But for the mountains, often on chances for showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon hours. However, with Thursday and Friday's system, especially Thursdays, that's an actual cold front passing through, and that's what's going to bring just some widespread showers across the region. For Mount Shasta, Alturas, Susanville, continued chance through Friday. Now, I think across the board, at least at this point, I mean, honestly, responsibly, I should maybe even put a chance in there for Saturday. But for now, I'm not seeing it across the board. But then by Sunday, Monday, yeah, maybe another chance for some activity here. And again, stick around for that deeper dive forecast, because we're going to explain why we may be looking at that chance for showers, especially in the higher elevations, for Sunday, Monday, early next week. All right, we take a look at some of those cameras out there. This is looking at Main Street, Chico. Looks like traffic is flowing along there. No rain, but of course you got some rain to your south and west right now. They're going to see Highway 99 at Neal Road. A few clouds off there in the distance. There's Sundial Bridge. Sundial Bridge, not the Sundial Bridge, but what you're looking at here is Highway 44 at Sundial Bridge Drive. We take you out to Lake Oroville. Now, Lake Oroville is showing some clouds off in the distance. Those are, of course, those showers that we're seeing to the south and southwest. You'll have to apologize. I was taking a little sip of coffee there. And, of course, we can take a look at the camera coming in from just north of Trinidad. This is in Elk Country. Looks like we do have some clouds out there this morning. By the way, I want to remind you that I do have a free Weather NorCal app that I want you to go and download right now, if you're not watching on your phone already. Just go to your app store for your iPhone or your Android, search for Weather NorCal and download the app for free today. Everything, what you're watching right now, if you don't know about it, you can watch it from your phone easily from the app. You got the neighborhood forecast. You can watch the special programming, Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, Financial Freedom. We got the Ag Report, Pet of the Week, all that stuff. You can watch from the app, right? Of course, the neighborhood forecast as well. So be sure to check that out. By the way, I was just speaking of financial freedom, and that is today. And we have got another wonderful segment coming in from Courtney and Anne-Marie.
Let's talk about your money. When it comes to investing, investors have a choice to either manage things themselves or work with a financial advisor. So why would you work with a financial advisor? This is a question that we get a lot, and the common misconception is that the only thing that a financial advisor does is help them choose the investments. While that's one important thing, there's many other things that we work with clients regarding, which is establishing goals, helping them work on retirement plans, and we also help them manage investments when the market is volatile, and that's probably one of the most important values that an advisor can bring. This has been Anne-Marie and Courtney, helping you simplify investing.
Well, I absolutely love the advice that they give. And I love these little short snippets that they give in Financial Freedom. Just kind of gives you an idea with these different topics each week. You can check out all of their segments here from the website. Let's go ahead and check out that website. We're going to go to the home page. Then you can go right here at the very top here. You see how it says Financial Freedom? You can go in there and you can check out all of their segments here that they do. And again, just these little short snippets. It's really just enough to kind of keep your attention and keep you going. So just wanted to kind of give a shout out to that as well and thank them for their contribution to Weather NorCal and all the great programming that we are adding outside of just weather. Yes, that's right. I do primarily weather, and that's the main focus here, but I am looking to expand to become more community involved. And I certainly hope that's something you will enjoy. Looks like we've got Lisa, as mentioned, she said good morning. Marjorie Walden saying good morning. Getting a few raindrops right now, Jackie. All right, well, Jackie, looks like maybe you're on the coast right now based on your profile picture there on Facebook. Good morning from Sandra. Good morning from Elizabeth from 7 miles west of Red Bluff. We've had a high of 86 degrees in Red Bluff yesterday. Certainly no big surprises there. Stoked on the cloud cover in Trinidad this morning. It's nice. Yeah. Dizzy is saying that she really likes that cloud cover. Good morning, everyone. Looks like another nice day here in Red Bluff. Have a nice day. Well, I also had an opportunity to go out to Cool April Nights events on Sunday. There was a couple of cars that I got to check out. Of course, you saw one yesterday from the Wind River Show and Shine, but Kent's Meat and Groceries, which is another one of my sponsors, they wanted to go out there and support his show and shine. And I was able to talk to someone. You know, you get these shiny cars and not so shiny cars. And this one is profiling a not so shiny car. Check it out. This is from, again, Sunday's Cool April Nights Show and Shine at Kent's Meats and Groceries. Hello everyone, Mike Krueger from Weather NorCal. Now there's a lot of music going in the background, but hopefully our microphones pick up our voices and we're all good here. What was your name again? I'm so bad with
I'm Ray.
Ray. So yeah. Ray, you've been in this area forever and ever, like you said.
Oh yeah.
And what we've got here, one of the things that I found interesting is that over the years, you've got everything from very shiny, immaculate cars
exactly.
to the other end of the spectrum where we've got someone walking in front of the camera, which is fine, to this.
Yes.
So tell us what's going on here, because you would think that when you're doing a show and shine, that you would want to have something to shine.
You know, this is kind of a project that anybody can afford. What happens is when you get these big shiny vehicles, their paint jobs cost as much as it costs to build something like this. I mean, we built this truck in 90 days on kind of a bet. We started in January and they bet us we couldn't be done, and ready for Cool April Nights. Now it's been about 9 years ago. So
now you're just every year doing it.
Oh yeah. It's actually the funnest rig I've ever built. If you go to wash it, you'll actually tear your towel up. You know, so this is something you don't have to worry about washing before you have to go to a.
And that's part of. And I was talking to your buddy here. This is actually a thing. They call it a rat rod.
Yeah, it is.
So the idea, you've got to have a certain amount of rust. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, you know, it started out as a 1947 Ford pickup. When I started on it, the floorboards were all rusted out. So to actually restore something like that, it costs so much money. So what we do is I chop the top on it. It was just we had like 9 different vehicles they took to build this.
Wow.
You know, it took, we've got the 73 motor, 47 Ford, transmission, it's out of the same truck. 1929 front end. Actually, that's a tractor grill of a 1935 McCormick tractor.
Oh, wow.
It's got a 1932 Ford, you know, style radiator and a Ford 9-inch. But these are like a low dollar build. And you have a lot of fun. I've had more fun with this than I have the shiny cars.
I'd be willing to guess that the engine was probably the biggest expense.
Yeah, actually, we just, you know, I'm in the car and stuff, so we get people that we actually trade most of our stuff out.
Okay.
And I traded the transmission for this motor. Now, you gotta understand what it was like when I first got it. It didn't have all the chrome stuff on it. But
yeah, that's the shiniest part of the car.
That's the most expensive thing about building the whole thing, was buying all the shiny stuff.
Now I'm not a car expert, but this looks like a pretty beefy engine. Like I bet this
It's
thing
a
can get up and go.
454. It'll scoot along pretty good. It's a big block.
You could probably drag it.
Yeah, I probably could. But you know, it's just a cheap, inexpensive build. I mean, it's be able to get out in the car community, have a good time, and not spend a ton of money. So you just have a good time, low budget. You don't have to spit shine it every time you take it out. You don't have to worry about somebody coming along and touching it, or you know, kids love taking their pictures
Although
in
you
it.
had a sign that said "Do not touch."
Well, I actually scratched out the, you know, not touch. And it says do touch.
Do touch.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what we do.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's what it boils down to, is having a good time.
Well, and are you going to be in the main car show itself?
I would like to be, yeah. But
Okay.
I'm kind of on the fence about that right now. But yeah.
What about the cruise?
The cruise, I'd like to go to cruise. I usually go to that every year.
Yeah.
But just this year I got some things going on, but I probably will be, to be honest with you.
It is what it is. So if you're out and about, you're checking out the cruise, or you're out at the main event, then look for him and see if he's got this thing going. Of course, all kinds of great cars. So thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem.
I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
No problem at all.
He even let me sit in the hot rod a little bit. Believe it or not, it's got electric windows. Crazy. But of course, we will, of course, have more throughout the week here for Cool April Nights right here on Weather NorCal. So that was fun. You know, and the thing is, that was one of those things, it just kind of struck my eye. And this is something I've noticed over the years. You know, you got those really shiny cars, and I saw the price tag on one of them over at Kent's Meat and Groceries there at the Show and Shine. It was like $90,000 for the restored vehicle. It's like, whoa, right? But then you've got, you know, what he had with that rat rod, and certainly just a lot less expensive. So it just depends on your taste and what you like. And that's what I love about Cool April Nights. I'm going to admit it right here now. I am not a car person. All right. But, you know, you go to these and you just see the diversity of the cars, and it's really neat to kind of see that. So I may not know what I'm looking at, but they certainly are really cool to look at, whether it's the cool shiny ones or the rat rods. It's neat to see what everybody's little take is. And what's really neat too is if you were to sit down and talk with every car owner, there would be so many side stories, so many interesting stories, and that's the other fun part about it. So I'm hoping, time permitting, that I can get out this week and do a couple of more of these and just kind of show you what's going on with some of those cars. I also plan on being at the main Show and Shine event for the Cool April Nights on Saturday, and I am very excited that I will be able to broadcast the cruise live right here on Weather NorCal. You'll be able to watch from all of my platforms, the 24-hour streaming channel, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, YouTube. You'll be able to watch on your app from the phone. You'll be able to watch on Facebook and X. I'll be streaming it live. And thanks to Banner Realty on Hilltop Drive, they're going to be allowing me to use their Wi-Fi. So I have a good, strong signal to be able to broadcast it out to you. And I'm going to have someone with me who is a car expert. At least I'm hoping. I'm getting this all lined up. But they're a car expert, and they will be able to kind of commentate about the cars going through on the cruise. So if you can't be at the cruise itself, but you're interested in seeing those cars and seeing what they got out there, I will be out there live. I'll probably be broadcasting for about an hour, from about 7 till 8 o'clock. So be on the lookout for that. That should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Lynn's saying, so cool that you're highlighting these community events. Yeah, I'm glad I could do that, and that's a part of what I'm going to be able to do. And hopefully, again, you'll see more of this, even beyond cool April nights, as we move forward here with Weather NorCal, going on almost a year anniversary of Weather NorCal. I can't even believe it. It's crazy what I've been doing. So I'm really excited about that. So fantastical. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our forecast here. Let's get you into the forecast. But before we do that, we're going to mention our sponsor, our full sponsor, 100% sponsor of Coffee with Krueger, Wind River Resort and Casino. At Wind River Resort and Casino, enjoy friendly service, a wide variety of specials and promotions, plus all of your favorite slots and table games. Well, we were looking at the radar a little bit earlier, and the radar illustrates what happened yesterday and what we are seeing out there this morning. Notice the lightning strike that we did see yesterday afternoon just north of Chester, east. Here's Lassen Peak right here, just east of Lassen Peak. There are a couple of lightning strikes. Of course, that's gone now. Meanwhile, we look down to the south. Look at that. We are seeing some recent lightning strikes just to the south and east of Willows. So that chance for showers and thunderstorms I was talking about this morning, well, there it is. There's your chance. There you can see a nice line, actually, and a pretty strong one at that. I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at maybe even some small hail and some heavy downpours. This looks to be to the north of Colusa. This is working its way northward. So there you can see to the south and southeast of Willows. We might be able to see a little bit better here as we zoom in a little bit closer here. So here's Willows, there's Williams. East of I-5 is where we're seeing the bulk of that. So some of the farming communities most likely dealing with some of that heavier rainfall, and not to mention maybe some small hail, and not to mention those lightning strikes. Notice this development here just to the north of Willows as well. So again, this is all streaming northward. Behind this, it's fairly dry, and I don't anticipate much in the way of new development behind this. This is going to be the main disturbance kind of pushing its way northward, and I think everyone in the valley could get caught up in some shape or form. Now again, we're taking a closer look at yesterday's thunderstorm that we did see to the east of, there's again Lassen Peak right there, and there you can see the lightning strikes. It was very brief. It didn't last for very long, but if you live in the area, you certainly heard some rumbles of thunder. Meanwhile, this morning, early this morning, out towards Eureka, they developed around Ferndale, Fortuna, and then just quickly made their way northward into the Eureka area where we did see some lightning strikes. And of course, you probably heard some of those rumbles of thunder early this morning when you were probably still asleep. That has dissipated, and quite honestly, I think that is going to be it for the day for the coast. I think it'll be dry for the rest of the day. Temperatures mid to upper 50s for the valley right now. It's still a little coolish out there, especially in the mountains where we've got mainly 40s, but the cooler spots are Alturas at 35, 37 degrees out in Chester. There you can see Hoopa, about 48, 46 for Willow Creek, and those low 50s out along the coast right now. All right, here's a look at your weather headlines. And yeah, the changes in our weather pattern, they've begun. Yesterday, we saw highs in the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s in the valley. We're going to drop those temperatures by 10 to even 15 degrees in some spots here. So quite a drop in the temperatures, but also some of the showers, the thunderstorms that we're seeing out there this morning. It's happening, and we're going to be looking at more of that through the day today, and especially in the mountains. A cooling trend, it's in store. We're noticing it today, and we'll keep it cooler really for the extended. We're not going to see ourselves get much warmer even going into next week. And then showers and thunderstorms mainly in the mountains. But again, we're seeing those lightning strikes this morning for some of us in the valley. So if you have a cool and April night's show and shine, the first one starts at 11 a.m. both at Dude's Drive-In and at Kubler's Furniture. You may want to head out to Dude's first if you want to check them all out because they're done by 1 p.m., but that'll be until 3 p.m. out at Kubler's Furniture. Now, most likely, this is the time frame here, kind of really right here, that I think is the best chance for Redding maybe seeing a stray shower or a thunderstorm. So here's my word of advice. If you live in the valley, make sure you just got an umbrella handy in the car, just in case. All right, but that will be the best chance. As we go through the afternoon, I think most of it will just be in the mountains here. So Riverview Country Club, I think for the most part you'll be dry for your show and shine, not to mention Players Pizza and Pete's Restaurant and Brew House. We take out to Parsons Junior High fundraiser from 6 to 8 p.m. and Riddick's Sport Club from 6 to 9 p.m. So yeah, I mean, you get into that 7 to 9 p.m. range. I mean, you're quickly dipping down from the 70s to the 60s here by the time you get to about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight. Area of low pressure to our south, another one to our north. All of that's moving eastward, and between it, we've got unstable air, cool and unstable air. And that's what's bringing us that chance for thunderstorms. So yesterday, and of course today, the Storm Prediction Center had been indicating that even the valley could see some of that. And for good reason, because it's happening as we speak. Now, we do have more showers and thunderstorms possibly coming in later this afternoon in the mountains. Now, I want to show you two different forecast models, at least just for today. So this is known as the HRRR forecast model. It updates every hour, takes the latest data, and projects what we can expect at least through the day, okay, at least for the next 12 hours or so. So you can see here as we take you to through the afternoon, you see what's happening? There's a noon hour. Nothing pops up here based on this forecast model. Already, we can say this model's not doing a very good job because we've already seen those thunderstorms and are seeing those thunderstorms to the south, right? Then as we go into the afternoon, now those thunderstorms are popping up in the mountains later on this afternoon. And that's pretty much going to be expected. And then we go into tonight, and then most of that is pretty much gone. That's pretty accurate. But let's take a look at our in-house forecast model. Okay, you're not going to see this anywhere else. And what you're seeing here as we go through the morning hours, there's 10 o'clock. See that? It's picking up on the activity we're seeing near Willows, right? That's going to be heading northward. Then we go into the late morning to around noon. You see how around Tehama County and parts, so this whole area right here, I'd say Corning northward will have the best chance in the valley to see a stray shower. And again, can't rule out a few lightning strikes as well with a brief heavy downpour. But notice the mountains. Now we're starting to see those showers and thunderstorms developing there. That's where we're going to see most of the activity this afternoon. So remember when I was saying for your show and shine in the afternoon, say from 2 o'clock onward, should be dry because you look at the valley, it's just some clouds, but should be dry with most of the thunderstorms in the higher elevations. All right, now we take you into your Wednesday morning. It's a dry start to the day. Wednesday afternoon, yeah, there you go. Thunderstorms popping up in the mountains to be expected. But look at 5 p.m. See how this is kind of pushing eastward? So as we go into Wednesday evening, some of that could push into the north end of the valley, around Corning northward into Redding. Just a stray shower. I don't anticipate it to be that heavy because the thunderstorms will most likely develop to the west of the valley as they head down the mountains. As that kind of goes down the mountains, that's sinking air. So those thunderstorms tend to dissipate and we don't see as much activity. But some of those could survive and give us a stray shower by Wednesday evening, and of course more thunderstorms in the mountains. It's dry by tomorrow night. Thursday morning, this is the main storm system now. So widespread precipitation depending on where you are. So we start the morning off on Thursday with showers on the coast. That progresses eastward by noon, mainly just to the north end of the valley westward. Showers, but still dry for most of us. You can see a few showers developing to the east. Then we take you through around 3 p.m. That's when the main cold front's passing through in the valley. Thunderstorm? Probably not. I think just some showers here. And then, of course, that will kind of push eastward 5 p.m. on Thursday. Now we're getting in the valley and east of the valley and not as much activity off to the west. But there's going to be more instability coming in behind that. So as we go into tomorrow, that's the best chances for thunderstorms. And as we go into Thursday, at least the Storm Prediction Center doesn't want to give us any thunderstorms in the forecast. That's what it's looking like at this point. Here's your long range. We're going to take you into your Thursday. There, of course, is that wet weather. Here's Friday. Now, I want to point out, here's noon on Friday. You see the showers. Snow levels, by the way, above 6,000 feet. I'm not concerned about mountain travel. And in fact, just to show you that I'm not concerned, my wife was actually asking me about it because they're going to be heading up to Eskimo Hill. And I said, don't worry about it. It should just be in the form of some rain. But we go into the afternoon. See that? This is around the time of the Cool April Nights cruise, by the way. Friday, 6 p.m. It actually starts at 6:30, right? You see how it's drying out and most of the rain is off to the east now. So this isn't guaranteed. I can almost guarantee you that the timing of this and the intensity of it will change in the next day or two. But this is the second straight day in a row that we've seen late in the day on Friday clearing. As we go into Friday night, it's dry. We go into Saturday morning, it's dry. So for the main Cool April Nights event on Saturday, you're starting off with clear skies, but I do expect that as we go through the afternoon, more clouds, but dry. Maybe some showers off to the north and west. We take you into your Sunday, fairly dry, and then we take you off into your Monday, Tuesday of next week. Check this out. I mean, this is amazing. See that right there? That's the next storm system coming in for early next week. The cooler air isn't going anywhere. And the chances for showers, that's not going anywhere either, especially for the mountains. All right, so there's your precipitation outlook. Leaning wetter, but again, I don't anticipate it to be a massive amount of rainfall, okay? So there's the setup. Low pressure to our north, low pressure to our south. That's all kind of pushing eastward, so the instability is there. There you can see that kind of pushes to our east. But again, that storm system coming in, bringing us better chances for rain, that's this right here. See the dip in the jet stream? That's the main storm system, and that's what's gonna bring us better chances for showers, cooler temperatures for Thursday and into Friday, right? But then as we go into the weekend, look what happens. The cooler air is not going anywhere because even though this is moving out, this is coming in behind it and will replace it. So the cooler air will continue to dive down to the south, keep our temperatures most likely below normal, and keep the chances at least for some mountain showers early next week. So there is that temperature outlook, most likely looking at cooler than normal temperatures. Let's talk about the winds real quickly because yes, they will be a little breezy at times as we take you into this afternoon, mainly coming in from the south and from the west for the eastern mountains. A little breezy mainly in those afternoon hours. There you can see in the eastern mountains, you could see those gusts between 20 and even 30 miles per hour. A little breezy along the coast. Then we take you into your Thursday afternoon. Once again, those gusty winds in the eastern mountains, more coming in from the south as that storm system approaches from the west on Thursday. So your wave heights, check this out. We're going to be looking at those wave heights actually dropping. So if you are a fisherman or what's the PC thing now? If you're out, if you fish, if you're out on a boat, right, you should be in good shape, especially those small boats. It should be okay. It looks like those wave heights are dropping. South winds at 5 to 15 knots. There, of course, are no alerts in the forecast. All right, here is a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Well, there it is. Isolated showers and thunderstorms. And really, each and every single day, at least through Friday, all of the mountain locations, I think, will have a chance for showers and thunderstorms. Notice the temperatures dropping even more for Thursday, Friday as that colder air moves on in, but today still fairly mild. I mean, it's not that cold. 60s and 70s in Trinity County. And there you can see the dry conditions. I think across the board, I'm giving everyone dry conditions Saturday. Is that guaranteed? Probably not. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to keep it dry. There's your North Coast neighborhood forecast, looking at 61 degrees for Ferndale, 63 in Fortuna, 63 for Hydesville, and Rio Dell, about 62 degrees. We take you up north, Trinidad, 60, 58 degrees for McKinleyville, 57 for Eureka, 78 for Willow Creek, and Hoopa, about 76 degrees. There you can see Smith River, about 63, 61 for Gasquet, and there is a look at Orleans with a high of about 78 degrees. And your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, yeah, look at that. Temperatures even in the 80s for some of those spots. Quite honestly, that might be kind of pushing it as far as how warm it gets, but probably somewhere in the mid-70s. 72 degrees out in Etna, 72 for Fort Jones, Greenview about 74, and 72 degrees for Callahan. There, of course, is that chance for thunderstorms this afternoon for all of Siskiyou County, 71 degrees for Weed, 70 in McLeod. Thunderstorm possibilities this afternoon in Modoc County for California Pines at 70, 71 for Alturas, and Fort Bidwell about 73. And a chance for more thunderstorms in the eastern mountains as well. 66 in Boerne, 66 degrees for Shingletown. As you head in the foothills, probably smaller chances for those thunderstorms here. Here's Lake Almanor and Lassen Park. Chance for showers and thunderstorms today, and of course off and on chances continue through the rest of the week. Mineral about 63, Paradise a high of 66. I don't think you'll see any thunderstorms there, with about 73 degrees out in Quincy. Here's a look at your Valley neighborhood forecast, starting off with the south. Again, that slight chance for showers, we're seeing it this morning. Then as we go into the mid to late morning hours, the south end of the valley should be dry for the rest of the day. The north end of the valley, by mid to late morning hours, chances for showers, maybe some thunderstorms here, but by mid to late afternoon should be dry for the valley. But of course the mountains, that's where we're going to see more of those thunderstorms this afternoon. There's a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. And temperatures are going to be the mid-70s. So again, it's a lot cooler than it was yesterday, but it'll be even cooler by the time we get into Thursday. The high is 67, 71 Friday. And then, of course, what I'm expecting here for Thursday, showers developing, especially by midday into the afternoon, showers. Okay, and then we go into Friday. I think we'll see showers, just some, scattered showers, nothing major for Friday morning. By, say, late afternoon, I think the chances for rain are gone for the valley at that point. And then we go into Saturday, Sunday. Monday looks dry with temperatures back in the low to mid 70s. All right, so there you go, folks. That is a look at your deeper dive forecast as we kind of get into things here. What's everybody up to this morning? Anything exciting going on here? I know, of course, we've got cool April nights, but surely there are other things going on and things that you might be doing here for today. So let's see here. When will you be live for the cruise? Day and time, please. So it'll be Friday. The Friday is the cruise. I'll try to maybe make a special graphic here for tomorrow, but that will be at 7 p.m. Okay, so at 7 p.m. on this Friday, you will be able to watch on all of my platforms. If you're watching on Facebook right now, you can watch on Facebook. But if you want to watch from your couch and just hang out, you can do that and watch on your Roku or Amazon Fire Stick. Or if you have a smart TV with YouTube, you can watch from there as well. Just on the YouTube app from your TV, just search for Weather NorCal YouTube channel and you'll be able to find the live feed from there. Chris is saying, thank you, Banner Realty, for helping Mike air cool April. Yeah, I was really appreciative when they did that. Good morning from Catherine, 43 in Castle area at 7 a.m. Will the night temps be dropping back to freezing this week in the mountains? I think so, especially as this colder air begins to move in and we clear things out overnight. We could be looking at some of those freezing temperatures kind of moving back in. Hope you have a great week. Thanks again for your updates. You bet. So glad I could do it. And Robin Epperson is also saying thank you. Real fun, just real quickly here as we kind of wrap things up and get ready to wrap things up here. Let's take a look at our National Day calendar. There it is. It's School Bus Driver Appreciation Day. All right. Kids, if you're watching, if you see your, say, hey, I appreciate you. It's National. Oh man, you can see right down there my plug. Well, you can't see it now, but anyway, National Lost Dog Awareness Day. All right, there's a dog that's kind of hanging out. So if you see a lost dog, of course, you probably take it to Haven Humane Society or your local Humane Society. National Cherry Cheesecake Day. Who likes cheesecake? I don't know. I do. I don't know if I'm a big fan of those kind of cherries. Those cherries that come out of a can? I don't like that slimy goop that comes with it. It just is not very appealing to me. That's why I'm not a big fan of jelly donuts. National Take a Chance Day. Just do it. Take a chance. National Picnic Day. All right, you could go on a picnic if it's not raining on you, especially in the mountains. That's where you have the best chances. No to cheesecake. Robin says no to cheesecake. I agree. Well, I actually like cheesecake, just plain cheesecake. But, all this, when they get too fancy with it, it's like, come on, let's just go back to regular old cheesecake. National Talk Like Shakespeare Day. Well, I wonder how many people are going to read that, because, if everybody knows it's National Talk Like Shakespeare Day, then it's going to be like those annoying people that talk in those, like they're a pirate. So, yeah. And I'm not going to try to attempt to talk like Shakespeare because I don't have that in me, but kind of interesting here. All right, folks, that's going to do it here for today. It's been great chatting with you. If you want to chat more, feel free to do that. By the way, of course, as I mentioned, I'll be live at the Cool April Nights Cruise this Friday at 7 p.m. on all of my platforms that you can watch from. I'm also eventually going to be giving tickets away to the Reading Rodeo. So be on the lookout for that as well, because we will be doing a contest for that giveaway. So you want to, of course, be sure to keep watching for more details as we go into time here. All right, we're going to wrap it up here with some cameras here. We're going to start you off with a camera from Elk Country, just north of Trinidad. That's going to do it for us this morning, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourselves a beautiful day.
with